New hat. I love it. Great hat. Shout out Patrick for the free hat. What a blessing you are. I did it, guys. It finally happened. My camera died midway through my last spiel, my last thing. And I'm really disappointed because I kind of went on a good rant there. And now I kind of have to like re-say what I said. I don't like that. I don't like repeating. It comes off disingenuous, I feel. But today we're going to be talking about how to really have a positive perspective on the thing God has given you in your life, right? The opportunities He's giving you, and not take them for granted. And I did that yesterday. I've been doing that lately, and yesterday really just smacked me in the face. God really smacked me in the face. So every week on Tuesday, mostly every week, I serve at my church, and it's a night. It's basically young adults. It's called Young Adults. Basically, anyone from 18 to 25 usually come to church. We preach a sermon. We get to hang out. We just have a good time. We worship, and we just get to know them. It's just like a community thing, just for college age students. We have a local, of course. We have a college campus right next to us, CCU. It's probably one of the highest dropout rates on the East Coast. Very big party school. So, as you can imagine, a lot of sin. A lot of just, I've been there. You've probably been there. A lot of stuff going on there. And a big dropout rate, and people just kind of like fall away into the world there. And we have an opportunity as a church body, to just be a light in those kids' lives. Because I know if I had that, my life would probably be better a lot sooner. Everything, God has a plan for us, so I wouldn't change anything. But that's not to say that, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, it's a great opportunity that we get to serve kids, give them energy drinks or anything that we serve every Tuesday. And yesterday I was talking to my wife before I was going, and I was like, yeah, I guess I'll go. Like, I kind of like put it off, like just another thing I have to do. And in hindsight, the way I said it, even looking back, it wasn't that bad, right? But man, the perspective God really kind of put onto us when I got there after prayer. My friend Josh, he's the pastor there. He basically said, like, there is, and this is just true, like, you can look at the whole United States, the whole country as a whole, there's a huge revival going on. Thousands of people are coming to Christ, being baptized in the name of Jesus. That's amazing. And he's not diminishing that. But the thing is like, we get to experience the tens. We get to see God move. Like, we don't just get to hear about it and see it online. We get to see it in person and be the hands and feet of Jesus in the church with these, like, young adults. Don't take it for granted. And I was like, dang, man, I literally just said to myself and to my wife, not just another thing I'm doing, just going to serve. Not that I don't get excited for it, but it's just like, man, sometimes I just want to, like, not like drive a half hour to the church and be there till 9, 10 o'clock at night. That's normal. I think that's a normal, like, human thing. And man, what an amazing perspective God just gave me and smacked me in the face, literally. And not to say like, oh man, I regret what I said, this, that, and the other. No, it's just that, like, hey, wake up. Burn brighter. Like, we are meant, as Christians, we are meant to be a bright light in a very dark world. Right? We are meant to be the salt and light of the earth. We cannot be dim. Because that's what people deal with, dim-lightedness, their whole lives. And then you wonder why the world's in turmoil. Because there's too much dimness. There's not enough, like, light. And yeah, like, I think, like, what I was saying in my last video that cut off is that, like, we have an opportunity to see, like, people get saved and eliminate generational sin from their family line. I mean, that's what should happen, right? If you really are a Christ follower, you are eliminating or trying to eliminate any past sins that your generation, your family's generation has passed down, whether anger, alcoholism, anything you can think of. Like, you can cut it off, and you can be the change that you need for your family to kind of be Christ followers as well. And that's the hope we have as Christ followers, and that's the hope Jesus gives us. But yeah, like, what a perspective God gave us, and how to be grateful for things that we might not think are like that amazing, especially with the monotony of doing things. Like, yeah, I do this almost every Tuesday. It can get kind of monotonous. And God is like, no, like there's an opportunity every single day. Do not, what's this like? Do not fall asleep at the gate, right? I forgot what passage that's from. But be alert, be on high alert always. Don't just be don't just go with the flow. Like, be alert, be active. And you will always be grateful. And it's not for you. Like, it's not like this gratefulness is not for you. Like, just be grateful because you get to do that. If that makes sense. I hope that made sense. But like, for example, like I have bumper plates. This is an analogy I did before. I have bumper plates, right? I have bumper plates for my barbell. And I want the Rogue ones. I want the Rogue blue, yellow, green, like the nice colored Rogue ones that feel nice, that have a good bounce to them. They sound nice when you do Olympic lifts. They don't have a lot of like too much bounce, like just perfect, and they look nice, and they're space savers, but they're like twice the price of like regular, probably triple the price of regular bumper plates. And I'm like, man, eventually, I was even thinking about this today, man, eventually I want to get those, of course, right? That's an eventual goal. And then I just think about how crappy these ones are. They're kind of like off balance. They're kind of loud. They're just, I don't know. They don't feel, you'll understand. They don't feel as nice. I don't know how to explain it. And what I forgot is like, man, I have bumper plates. The average garage gym does not have bumper plates or a squat rack. The average garage gym has a rower or a bike and dumbbells. That's people's garage gym. They don't go that hard. That could be pertaining to training, right? Obviously, people's training is very different, or they don't know. But it's like, what I think is like an average thing for a garage gym is actually just like really a high standard. And the standard I want, it isn't unrealistic. It's just that like, man, I'm not being grateful for the things I have. And instead, I forget that, and I just look up, and I look at all these other things I don't have, and I forget, like, man, I get to do these things. I get to lift this type of weight. I get to do these types of workouts. How awesome is that? And I'll bring it together. Like this gratefulness is that God puts things into our life that we should be grateful for, right? And that we should work really hard with, and we should just continue to work with them until something new comes along and He hands us, and then we're ready for, right? I'm not saying God's gonna hand me bumper plates. That's in my, God willing, like maybe they get dropped off one day. But anyways, that's my own doing. But I'm saying like the things that God gives us, not bumper plates, the things that God gives us, the opportunities He gives us. Like me serving at Young Adults Tuesdays, me getting to serve my church most of the time, me being available and interruptible for the church body, or serving my wife and stuff like that. Like, these are opportunities to be a light in a dark world, and like God's just saying, like, do it. Like, here's what I have. Here's the gift I'm giving you to do this. Like, I need you to do this. You know? And if we just say like, oh, it's just another thing, He's not going to give us more things, right? And it's not things for us. Like, it's good for the soul, but it's not things to like for our flesh. It's not things to satisfy. Like, oh, like He's going to give me, if I do this, it's not transactional like that. God doesn't really work that way. At least I don't think. He doesn't like, we serve other people, and then He gives us a reward, which is like bumper plates or money or something like that. It's like, God can work that way, but like the things He gives us as a reward are things that are good for the soul. That's my belief. And it's not just physical things that are temporary that we can't take with us. Although sometimes He does do that, right? God is sovereign in all ways. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but He gives us opportunities to be a light in the world, and we should be grateful for that. Because if we continue to do the work that He wants us to do, He will give us more work. And that's just awesome, I think, because it's not a burden, or at least it shouldn't be. And if it is, you need to check your heart. You need to know why you're doing this. If you are a Christ follower. If you're not, this doesn't really pertain to you. But yeah, that's really all I got. That's really what I want to talk about. Blue Jays are just out now. So annoying. Yeah, anyway, I can't even speak. I just did a workout. But if you guys are enjoying this, let me know in the comments what you think. What gifts God has given you to, or gifts or opportunities he's given you in the comments, and and maybe what you're taking for granted and what you need to move forward with. But anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.